The quiet that lives in the corners of your mind is not the kind you notice with your ears. It's the kind that sits behind your eyes, like a dim room you keep locked or a long hallway in your own head that you avoid because the floorboards still remember the weight of your steps. The air is thick and still, not calm, just holding its breath on purpose. A ceiling light flickers with that soft, sickly glow that never quite dies, making shadows stretch and everything look like it's waiting for permission to fully exist. Dust floats slowly, as if time itself has forgotten how to fall. Somewhere far away, a pipe knocks once, then falls silent again, regretting the interruption. There is no music, no conversation, no rescue noises, just the wide, empty space where you normally hide your real thoughts beneath layers of other people's voices. You recognize this place. Immediately, you have lived in this pause 1,000 times. Right before you reach for your phone, right before you launch into some pointless task, right? Before you feed yourself another story about how today will finally be different. Your chest feels tight in a way you've trained yourself to call normal. Your jaw is clenched, braced for an impact that never arrives. Your mind is already talking to itself, rehearsing arguments, defending choices, explaining away mistakes, editing memories in real time. You call this thinking. It's really a private courtroom you keep open 24 hours a day, so you never have to hear the actual verdict. I have been there with you, sitting quietly in the back row where you never look, watching you argue both sides until the truth gets buried under all the noise. You came here looking for silence, imagining it would be a soft landing. You already know it isn't. You thought stillness would be empty, but it's full of the words you swallowed years ago, full of the faces you refused to meet in mirrors, full of the moments you folded up small and shoved behind newer, shinier ones. It is full of you, the real you, the one you keep sedated with constant motion. Now, the motion has stopped and you are stuck with it. Stuck with me. You dress your denial in neat routines. You wake up and race through 10 small things, calling it discipline when really it's just speed making you feel temporarily clean. You stack your hours like bricks, build a wall, hide behind it, and tell yourself you've constructed a life. You keep noise in your pockets at all times. Buzzing screens, half-hearted laughs, conversations that skim the surface and never touch anything real. You keep your hands busy so your mind doesn't start picking at the scab you've never let heal. And you do it all with such a straight face that it's almost funny, not loud funny, but that thin, bitter kind where the joke is that you still believe your own cover story. You tell yourself you're fine because saying anything else would mean changing something, and changing something would mean admitting you've been living wrong. On purpose, you tell yourself you're tired because tired sounds respectable, like effort and hard work. You never say hollow. You never say scared. You never say stuck. You never say ashamed. You just say tired, and then you keep moving, keep feeding the invisible machine that keeps the gears grinding in your ribs. You avoid the quiet because the quiet does not negotiate. Silence does not care about your excuses. Silence does not pat you on the head for surviving another day. Silence simply holds up a blank page and forces you to look at everything you've been refusing to write. Your first instinct is always to smear something across that page. Anything. A little scrolling, a little gossip, a little plan for tomorrow, a little fake optimism that tastes like cheap sugar. You don't even enjoy most of it anymore. You just need it the way someone needs a light left on in a room they're afraid to be alone in. You keep telling yourself the noise is your choice, but it isn't a choice when you cannot stop. It's a reflex. It's a flinch. You have an entire museum of tricks for avoiding yourself. You intellectualize your pain so you can examine it. Wearing gloves. You rename it stress so you don't have to call it grief. You rebrand avoidance as self-care so it sounds wise instead of cowardly. You can analyze every feeling, label it, trace it back to childhood, quote a clever line you read somewhere, and still you cannot sit in a quiet room for 10 minutes without itching to escape. That isn't insight. That's decoration. That's hanging pretty curtains over a broken window and acting surprised when the cold wind still gets in. You rewrite your memories as they happen. You edit the past so it stops accusing you. You tell yourself you did what you could, that you didn't know better, that others were worse, that you'll fix it later. Later is your favorite hiding place, the bottomless drawer where you stuff everything too heavy for today and pretend it disappears. You keep a soft, private list of moments that proved you were not enough. The time you froze when you should have spoken up, the time you laughed at something that actually hurt you because you didn't want to seem difficult, the time you stayed in something bad because leaving would mean admitting you'd wasted years, the time you left too soon because staying would have meant being seen too clearly. You never read that list out loud, but you carry it everywhere like evidence. Then you act shocked when you feel heavy, as if you haven't been loading the weight yourself. You've become a professional at minimizing your own wounds. You show up with a smile that stops short of your eyes. You answer questions with safe, polished words. You keep your real thoughts locked behind your teeth like contraband. You've convinced yourself that being unreadable is the same as being strong. It isn't strength. It's hiding. It's living as a shadow version of yourself because a shadow cannot be judged. You learned that lesson early the first time someone looked at your need and called it too much. You never questioned the verdict. You built an entire personality around it. Habits, silences, composure as armor. You turned your own silence into a weapon aimed inward and called it maturity. Denial works beautifully until the body stops cooperating. One night, the noise finally fades, the screen goes dark, the room falls quiet, and your chest does that sudden squeeze, like a hand closing around something vital in the center of you. Your stomach flips as if trying to escape your spine. Your throat dries out not from thirst but from all the unsaid words piling up. Your thoughts start slamming against the same walls over and over, the same memory, the same shame, the same image you pretend doesn't matter anymore. You lie there staring at nothing, listening to your heartbeat like it's counting down to something you can't name. That's when you realize your pain doesn't live in your ideas. It lives in your body, in the shoulders that refuse to drop, in the flinch when someone offers genuine kindness because it feels like a trap you don't deserve, in the way your whole nervous system snaps to attention at a certain tone of voice because it recognizes an Old room you never fully escaped. Smells do it too. A particular detergent, a cheap cologne, rain on hot pavement. Anything that yanks the curtain back on. Scenes you've kept carefully in the dark.